Welcome, brothers. Welcome, sisters. Welcome to a program on target. And as usual, as soon as we start this program, you can pick up the telephone and give us a call. We never have a subject matter. We speak about anything. Politics, religion, socioeconomic issues, Hamas and Israel. Some people accuse Hamas of hiding behind women and children or operating from the main hospital and other hospitals. And individuals perhaps feel that this is a challenge. So these are issues that you could call us and speak to us about. And we will take your call. The number to call is 442-0175. We're on RealFM 91.9. We're on YouTube and we're on Facebook. So you can give us a call. I had the opportunity to be in discussion with a couple individuals, and they wanted to express my views and opinions on radio. I did so before, but I'll do it again. It have to do with the Chinese houses that have been built, and you had two different governments having two different public policy on the houses. The previous government felt that the houses should go to low-income people. This government has changed the policy, and they prefer to sell the houses to people who could access finances from the financial institution. We have to understand in Grenada that the banks and the financial institutions are very liquid. This is an economic term they use. They say the bank is liquid. It means the bank have money. Money is not the problem. But the banks don't want to lend the money to people who are high risk. They're not likely to pay back the money readily. So the banks do not want to lend them the money. This is not new. In small developing countries, a lot of people have challenges in accessing loans from the bank because the bank believes you can pay back the money. If you are owning $3,000 and less, yes, caller, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Pierre, I was listening to the point this morning with him. He gave a good account of himself this morning, as usual, about outlining the situation in the country, right? And he was speaking also about the development of Grenada and that his trust from since 1984, when he was Minister of Works, and Honorable Gary was the general manager of Grelec. And he was also outlining the situation presently, what is going on in housing, the high cost of living. I'm not sure that what I come to say is things that Grenadian people know. And the situation Grenadian folk themselves in. But then when come for calling, you had three callers call and say a commercial line. They lied. But somebody, when I consider NDC as supporters, like the whole team, the game is a game, but players, but they have no defense. They have no midfield, only attackers. Only attackers they have because he accused the commission of lying. Look at what is going on in the situation right in the country right now. A government that promised permanent, promised to make everybody permanent, promised to lower the cost of living, and to make the life of the people of Great Caribbean better. And look at what they're doing. When they take out 150 from the seed money from people who should get 450 and 350, right? And also with the low-income houses that they take away from the people who deserve it, that they need it. And they will not address that. But what they go do? Anytime you come and say something that is truth, and the way the government or what the government treating the people going to beat them at it. They don't look at the message, but they attack the messenger. But I want them to know that the Ghanaian people know, and they know and have understand what is going on in the country. And they know definitely the government who reach out for them and who really cares about them and make their life better. So they could continue to attack. But I always say in a football team, once you penetrate, you pass the attackers, it's free flow. Because there is no midfield, no defense. Right? They can't defend the truth. They're attacking you as the messenger. But they don't look at the message. They try to better the situation for the people going to compete in market. So Mr. Pierre, have a blessing.
Thank you, caller. You must acknowledge the fact that when West Indies had a plethora attack bowlers, it was easy for them to win match. So although your batting is weak, if your attack bowlers are strong, you could win match. So nothing wrong in the NDC having attack and not defending. If they could drive you in a corner, intimidate you with their attack, it's fair in politics, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, and they will attack Dr. Mitchell, they will attack Gregory Bowen, they will attack Peter David, they will attack Emmeline Pay and Miss Modest. They would attack them. And they know if they could get away with these level attack, then they would confuse the rank and file NNP. And that is fair. It's politics. You have to prepare to defend. You mustn't afraid to listen to the attackers, but you must able to prepare to defend and counterattack. Today, what is at stake is the people in the lower income group. Houses that has been designed for them. The National Democratic Congress has decided that they should not get these houses. They say there is a handout, don't give them. They say them is needy and greedy, don't give them. They consider them as lazy, they say don't give them. So they decide to give the houses to people who most likely could go to the banks and financial institutions and get loan to build houses. Now the banks and the credit unions are very liquid. What I mean by that, they have money. That is the economic term I believe that is used, the liquid. But the financial institutions is not interested in people in the lower income group. They feel they are too risky. So they don't want to lend them money. They do not have lands to put up as security. They do not have insurance. If they have to pay the loan and pay the insurance, it's not possible. So although the credit unions and bank have money, they would not lend them. These people might have savings in the bank, but it's not enough to secure the loan that they have. And these financial institutions do not trust the reliability of their income. And that is very important. The reliability of your income. So let us suppose a woman is working in a supermarket and she is making under $3,000 a month. And she have children. But her man is a fisherman. So he's bringing in income. But the banks and the financial institution, they don't trust the income from the man because it is not reliable. If he is working in the construction industry, they don't trust the income from that person because they believe he could be fired anytime. If he is a now today, a worker on contract with government, they would not trust his income because they believe the NDC could fire him anytime. So they do not readily want to lend money to these people. So they are considered as low-income people. Now, this is one of the reasons the government set up the GDB, Grenada Development Bank. Next time you see a NDC hothead or a reasonable NDC, ask them why Grenada set up the GDB. Now, GDB will take more risk. They will take more risk in these people that the financial institution will lend money. That is why NDC ministers was able to go to GDB and get several millions of dollars after election because no commercial bank would not lend them money. They high risk. So they go and scavenge, they pirate from the GDB. So what the government has done today is to take the housing that government was targeting for these low-income people who cannot access loan from the financial institution. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, caller.
Mr. Pierre, did you listen to Dr. Mitchell this morning?
Only some aspects of what he said. I was on the run.
The some you get or what you get are good.
Well, Dr. Mitchell is very articulate. He's been in tongue long. He accustomed to criticism. He knows what he's saying. So in the eyes of the NNP, what Dr. Mitchell is saying would be extremely good. In the eyes of the NDC, it will just be the same thing again.
Mr. Pierre, who lying, they can't see who lying, you know. All who lying is Dr. Mitchell that's lying. But Dr. Mitchell, I'm proud of you. And when you come like a man. When you hear you talking, you talk like a man. Dr. Mitchell, in every aspect, you have criticism. And God bless you. God guide you. God protect you. Nobody can take your joy. Dr. Mitchell, we coming back and we coming back strong. That what I hate, but they gonna like it just now. 15, no opposition. We don't know nothing name opposition. Mr. Pierre, have a nice day.
Yes. Well, Dr. Mitchell is a very successful politician. He's the most successful politician in Grenada, whether you like it or not. He won election on 3 occasions, leading the NNP, and he won all the seats. No other political leader have done that. And he was the individual who started the Truth and Reconciliation Committee. And he was the individual leading the NNP who liberalized the telecommunication network. And Dr. Mitchell perhaps is the most democratic political leader that we have ever had in our country. The most open and liberal to the press. So generally, he has a record there. He has decided not to run again for the leadership of the NNP, and NNP members must know, I believe, that they are very capable individual that is quite prepared to pick up the baton and continue it. When Portia Simpson moved out from the leadership in Jamaica, I remember commenting that she should remain in politics and address some of the issues that transcend political parties and national issues. I've heard Dr. Mitchell say he's not going anywhere. So I hope he stick to his word and remain in politics, even if not at the helm of NNP, but still active in politics, endorsing and supporting whoever evolve as a leader and speaking on issues that transcend party politics and national issues. I think there is a number of issues in Grenada that we need powerful voices to speak on. We have a number of people on the road now in talk shows, irrespective of which government that come in power. I wish they continue to speak the truth and encourage politicians to speak the truth and don't plan lies. The National Democratic Congress is practically turning the hand of the clock back. They're telling lies. They're tampering with the truth relentlessly. They're deceiving the people. They're attacking the elderly, the physically challenged. And now, they decided that the houses that is put aside for people in the lower income group that cannot access loans in the bank, they decided to take it from them. I think that is a crime. I believe that is a political crime to remove the houses from the people who cannot go to the bank through no fault of theirs, who cannot build a house because of the credit union through no fault of theirs, to remove the houses from them and give it to people who could take $75,000 and hand it over to you. The Ministry of Housing has become an agent of the financial institutions. This is why I call these 9 members of the government vultures. I have never seen that done in the past. This is the worst I have seen from individuals. And what is most sad, we make them. This is our people. These are not Europeans, you know. These people don't come from America, England. They're not white people. They don't come from Russia, China. All of them are our children. We grew them and we make them into these vultures so they could turn back and prey on those people they promised to help. Yes, caller, welcome.
Sir Pierre,
Yes, brother, welcome.
I hear your Prime Minister start to attack colors now. Yes, you're attacking them colors who call him, you're attacking them left, right, and center.
You don't feel you should attack them?
You're attacking colors.
You don't feel
Them and then government, you're attacking them. This man where you attack there, he's a blind man, you're attacking blind people now. Keep Mitchell done. He come up and he take a whole bunch of lies for people and they want people believe him. Tell Dr. Mitchell shut up about you know. He's telling people that if they want to get the thing with the oil, the receipt and thing with the oil, you have to ask the company. Then you're supposed to ask the company. That's supposed to be in the office. You don't have to go and beg people for things. He said a drill. He can't tell you how much they pay to drill. The drill, but this man is the greatest lie I ever come across. So Pierre, I am happy to say to you that this country, the unemployment reduced to 11.9%. I want to praise the government for doing that. Mr. Mr. could quarrel or not, it is reduced to 11.9%. Mr. Pierre, Keep Mitchell ain't seen nothing good going on in Grenada. How this man so wicked? He don't see nothing good going on in Grenada, you know. That man is a wicked man, boy. How people could be so wicked and bad in this whole country, nothing good ain't going on? This man is a shame and it's great to keep Mitchell. You have a good day.
Yes, scholar, thank you. Deacon Mitchell did not see anything good go on in Grenada from 1983. One of the challenge I think NNP had, they never defended their leader. I listen over the years to people who tell me them is NNP heavyweight. They never defend Kit Mitchell. They did not defend Gregory Boyne. They did not defend Peter David. If these leaders don't defend themselves, who go defend them? Who going to defend them? I've heard people attack it mercilessly. They claim the church sucking the anus of a political party and the NDC still endorse them as their mouthpiece. Yes, caller, welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Pierre, good afternoon.
Yes, my brother, welcome.
You know, both what do have nothing inside, it does make a lot of noise.
But sometimes they make enough noise to drown you and the vehicle pass and bounce you on the road. Because you don't hear when the vehicle coming.
All right, have a good evening.
Yeah. Sometimes they say empty vessels make the most noise. But sometimes they make the most noise to disorient you. Over the years in Grenada, propaganda is an important aspect in politics. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller.
Mr. Pierre, I still have to consider something pertaining to this Mr. Not that one, the one before.
Why not counterattack with information and correctness rather than going after him?
No, listen to me. When he talks about lie, you have to shame. This what happened last week in the Senate with Neil and Franklin. And everybody knows that the ministers don't get $2,000. And when he posed the question, they have to take it back because they said they know nothing about that. What are talking about lies? Tell him stop it and get the act together before you call the program. Have a good day, Mr. Pierre. Bye.
Yes, caller. Yes, caller. The housing issue in Grenada should be an issue that people speaking about. It's a shift in policy. I've always said for a long time now that the National Democratic Congress is the worst group of vultures I ever hear in politics and in tongue long. Because they attack the elderly. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, my brother, welcome.
You know, Mr. Pierre, there are a number of ministers in this present government. For the last 6 months, have only been telling lies right to the face of the Grenadian people. Minister Telesford went in Parliament and said that the government of China and Grenada only agreed on 1,000 houses. That's a big lie because the same NDC government wanted to give back the Chinese 1,000 houses for money. Okay? The whole question of equity, they keep lying to the Grenadian people and talking about when they get to the bank. I mean, well, not just that, but they say that's the biggest transfer of asset from government to its people. Lie only to the financial institutions. They have done that. Only, not the Grenadian people. You want to talk about lie? Let's talk about the lie they made about the Polish ambassador who they claim gave 290,000 US dollars and only 150 reaching the treasury. Where is the cabinet conclusion, Mr. Prime Minister? You keep lying to the people. And so you are in office now. Fix it. Fix it. It's about time that persons raise their head and let this present government know what they are doing and what they are doing bad to poor people. They take $2,000 and put on their salary and they're still lying about it. Oh my God, what else are they going to lie about? Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, you're correct. This government sit down and plan lies. And that's why I'm objecting. I know the National Democratic Congress have always been hostile against people in the lower income group. When you go and study them in 1990, in 2008 to 2013 and now. But the thing is, they deceive these people, they lie to the people. And I believe the time has come for we to call them out. I only see them with contempt. I know politicians, when under pressure, could stretch the truth. they could be cornered and try to get out. But these sit down and plan lies. And they dramatize in the lie. They dramatize in the lie. And I believe the time has come for, we have a number of people on the talk shows who are calling them to task. And I believe others must join. We will be doing a disservice to this country if we permitted these politicians. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Yes,
P.
my sister.
And how are you?
Great, man. Good.
Mr. P, when you hear lies, that is lies. NBC, they are colors lies. And they always believe in reverse psychology. And that's what they do. They say anything, reverse psychology. When they say something, they turn it around. And they, to fool weedy people. Can you imagine, Mr. P, of the present government at the time, which was the NMP, with a party with Mr. Nimrod, go to China to negotiate for housing for the Grenadian people? Hard negotiation. Because at one time, Keith Mitchell said they didn't want to give, but hard negotiation. He insisted, he said, that they're going to give the Grenadian people, he want 2,000 houses for the Grenadian people. When after Ivan, the whole housing, people house was on the ground. Highway knock it down. Why didn't the NDC come together and say, Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, can we build houses for the poor and the vulnerable? Because look at the situation of the country. The people haven't got any houses. They're sitting under galvanized. People have to cook the food under house and galvanized to cover, just to light the fire. Why didn't they negotiate for that? Instead, they when they come back in power, and they went back and tell them that they want 1,000 houses. So this man who is talking and say, Keith Mitchell line, tell him to go away with his reverse psychology. You cannot say those things. The truth is staring you in the face. And when the truth is staring you in the face, you have to look at it. They call him Little Jesus. Jesus comes, Little Jesus come to Grenada, to come to save Grenada people. Jesus came to heal the sick and the blind. They could see, they could hear. He said, come to heal all manner of disease. That's what Jesus came to do. But the devil come to kill, steal, and destroy. So tell them, look at themselves again. Where is the Jesus? And who is the devil? He come to kill, steal, and destroy. And listen to the Grenadian people. They're crying out. They're crying out because they lost their income, the only income. The husband lost their income, the wife, the daughter. When a daughter is working and a son is working and they're living with their parents, they're able to pay 1 bill in the house. Who is going to compensate them for that? When you put the children out on the street, when you put them out to do pasture, tell them to wheel and turn again. And stop telling lies to the Grenadian people, because we're listening and we're not having it. We don't want to fight a real battle with them, but we're listening to them and we know what to do next time. They'll be running. They'll have to go and they'll have to become like the other finance minister in NDC and went to Canada and hide in Canada for years. Now we come back. So, Mr. Pierre, you have a beautiful day.
Yes, thank you. And I think it is right to take on the National Democratic Congress, whether it's on social media or otherwise. Because they take this lying thing for a joke. And what they're doing is not right. They told lies to the Imanis, and every time they come in power, these people lose jobs. But I think, yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre,
Yes, caller, welcome.
I want to congratulate my government for fixing the pay and grade for the policemen and them.
Caller, some of the things you're saying are not true, you know. Caller, you know some of the things you're saying is not true.
As what?
The government don't fix... Caller, the government don't fix pay and grade.
Tell me why not true.
They don't fix pay and grade.
They're fixing it.
Scholar fixing it. They don't fix it.
Oh, God. Well, how you
They promise they'll do that with a stroke of pen. They ain't doing it, caller.
Mr. Pierre,
You congratulating them for something they plan to do.
they're doing.
Wait till they finish do it and see. You didn't hear the caller, the Minister of Labour You didn't hear her say what she say? We're going to cause irreparable damage to the economy because they told lies.
Mr. Pierre, they're fixing it. You could say what you want, they're fixing it.
Well, of course, I say what I want and I let you say what you want. On and off, I try to correct you. But more often than not, I just let you say what you want. Yeah? Yes, caller. You
From
there?
$45 to $60 now. All of them getting $60 now. I want to congratulate the government for doing that. Kit Mitchell had 9.4 years to do it. And they do it.
You see how you cannot speak about anything without going on Kit Mitchell? Why do you think Kit Mitchell won election on 3 occasions and winning all the seats? Caller, tell me why. You're gone? Yeah, it's difficult to address any issue without you going back on Kit Mitchell. And I agree. If a man beat you that badly on 3 occasions, he must be a thorn in your flesh. Yes, caller, welcome.
Yeah, I think this gentleman is so correct in what he's doing. Mm-hmm. He has hijacked your program, and it's like he have you in a vice. You don't even know where you are right now. The man has you where he wants you. NDC has gotten you. It's a shame. I thought you were more skilled than that. They have you where they want you. They have you at the tip of the finger. They're making you do whatever they want to do. And your program is becoming boring now because you allow them to take it over. I'm sorry to say that, but it is true. I love your program, but right now your program is becoming boring because you allow that little man. They paying him to do that. He is the new number 10. Sorry, he's number 11 now. He's number 11 now. And you allow him to do that. You could do better than that. Sorry, sir. I complain. Thank you.
Thank you. You see how much time you spend on the program when you could have made a worthwhile contribution. You see how much time you spend on the program? My program gives people an opportunity to express themselves. If somebody says something and you disagree with it and you want to counter it, you come, you bring facts. We have to be tolerant as a people. And we must continue to deal with the message and not the messenger. You have an environment existing where the government have a policy that is not giving out information. It would be nice to hear your views and opinion on the housing situation in Grenada. It would be nice to hear your views on the treatment of the Imanis, what the government is doing to the Imanis. It would be nice to hear your views and your position, whether the government, several of the ministers acting as agents for CIBC program, if it's not opening a cesspit for corruption. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, if you could clearly remember, during Sir Eric Matthew Gary time, the new had as much to do and as much to say. They made many lies. They said many lies about him. But you know what was nice? I don't know if you could remember Kenrick Radix standing, I think, in the Market Square, one of the public meetings, and said, had it not...
It was in Parliament, I think.
Right. Had it not been for Innocent
St. Belma,
the leader of the opposition would not have been alive today. Had it not been for Innocent Belma, I would not have been alive today. And what he said, this is a confession I make because it is true. Very soon, the same people that saying all these evil things about Dr. Mitchell, and if you realize, they could never call a radio program and say anything without mentioning Dr. Mitchell's name, because Dr. Mitchell is the center of their attraction. And more to it, where Dr. Mitchell could go naked, they cannot go with the best dressed clothes. So that is burning them. So Dr. Mitchell's supporters have nothing to worry about. We just have to continue praying for him. He's a good man. He came from a good parental background. He looks for the poor and vulnerable. The Bible speaks about the old people and the children. And anybody that decide that they're breaking the laws and the rule of God by devouring the old people, the widows, the old and the young children, they are already doomed. So the people that are calling and talking about what you allow people to do, I agree with you. You have to hear each other's views. Without hearing what somebody has to say, you cannot decide or make a clear indication as to what they have in them. You have to hear what they have in them and to know where you could criticize and comment. Thank you, Mr.
Yes, thank you. Yes, the caller say, if it wasn't for Innocent Belma, the leader of the opposition would not have been alive today. Selwyn Strong would not have been alive. Unison Whiteman would not have been alive. I would not have been alive. That is a confession I make. Innocent Belma is a complex man. After they went to the Duffers Commissioner report and they lie, then he said it wasn't Innocent Belma. Because that time Innocent Belma saved them from dying. That was Bloody Sunday in Grenville. They went in Simon, had the People's Court, and signed a warrant for the arrest of Eric Gary. They say Eric Gary should report to the nearest police station, and I think they give him a deadline of 14 days. And when the time come up and they come in Grenville, people attack them. And is Innocent Belma save them. But in front of the Duffers Commissioner report, they lie. Yes, caller, welcome. Yes, caller, welcome. The caller gone. I remember also Eric Gary telling the woman in the cemetery, don't shed crocodile tears. You're not genuine. Don't shed crocodile tears. Hush up. Within 30 seconds, she was shedding crocodile tears in the cemetery. Gary pointed out. He knew she was just a fake. And that's the reality. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good evening or good day, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, welcome.
Nice to hear you on the program. Well, congratulations on a well-done program. I must congratulate you yesterday. There is a gentleman that called on your program yesterday. I want to enlighten him. I'm not attacking him because we don't attack people. We enlighten people. We tell people the truth. And I believe that a man like as you, with your caliber, you only meant to speak the truth and the reality. He said that unemployment grew, but during the COVID. So when NDC come into government, unemployment went down very low. I want to advise this caller, Mr. Gentleman, I don't know where you are living, where you was during the COVID period, but from the government point of view, nobody lost their jobs. When the country was shut down for about 14 to 16 days, everybody got paid on time and everybody retained their job from the government point of view. Some of the private sector had to stay home because of lack of transportation and they did not want to take the vaccine. So some of them had to stay home. As a result of that, the Honorable Prime Minister and the NNP government made provision so some people will be employed soon after the COVID, we get an ease of the COVID. They had the FAIT program, you had the bathroom and toilet program, you had the house repair program. So more people got employment after COVID, and they worked throughout COVID. Even the doctors could have said that. I was one of them who worked throughout the COVID season. So, Mr. Gentleman, get your facts straight. And there is no project. I haven't seen the NDC started no project to say, as Mr. Lennox said, unemployment has been reduced by 17%. I want to know if this government is meant to continue a lie as they lie to the people. They lie to the people about regularization. They lie to the people about payments. They lie to the people about firing and hiring. No, Mr. Lennox is saying, all respect to you, sir, as an economist, I haven't seen the economy turning over. And I want to know, as a simple man, if an economy is doing well, why you have to borrow $100 million from a foreigner? If your economy is doing well, if you're having surplus in your economy, why you have to bend on borrowing money to deal with issues of your country? The program, the River Road program, the Molyneux program, all that is on a standstill until such time. Now, tell us now, Mr. Lennox, come back to the people and apologize for the statement you make. And let's take it up seriously, and we will move forward. But other than that, stop. And the Prime Minister, Mr. Deacon, sir, please control your cabinet, control your ministers and them. Too much lies now in government, too many lies, starting us from you to right down to your ministers, your parliamentary representative. Tell them stop telling the Grenadian people lies, because you're going to look for them in the next coming 2 or 3 years. When the election is going to come, they're going to remember that how much lies you told them. Regularization, we can fix that by the stroke of a pen, and the economy is doing well. Tell us, please, come straight with the Grenadian people. Thank you very much, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, scholar, and thank you very much. And I think what you say, they make a lot of sense. When the Prime Minister of the country is openly lying, these other callers follow them because they believe the Prime Minister. Yes, scholar, welcome. Yes, scholar, welcome. Other people follow them.
Mr. Pierre.
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Pierre.
Go right ahead.
Sir. Who is to be blamed for what's going on in Grenada today? We're trying to blame the NDC.
We
have to take a look at the people who represent the NMP, that government that did everything for the Grenadian people. Mr. Pierre, look at the pandemic and look around the world. As small as Grenada is, that's Little Rock, how Dr. Mitchell handled the pandemic. And just look at it again, Mr. Pierre, and see which government did so good and they kicked them out of office. After almost 3 years, we were struggling in Grenada. And Dr. Mitchell, I don't know how he come up with that plan, how to get things moving, regardless people not working, and try to give them a little thing. And try to make sure they could feed their family. Mr. Pierre, and now we turn back and we say, NDC? It have nothing to do with NDC. All the lie they're telling us, we deserve the lie. Because what we do, we turn back on the same hand that was feeding us. The hand that was feeding us, and today we're balling. We shouldn't be balling. Because even those in the diaspora who was standing and telling you if you vote for NNP, you wouldn't be getting no barrel and coming down. Don't look for no little change that you could go to Western Union or elsewhere. They pressure their own people to do something wrong. And today, those boys are just laughing. All what they have to do, Mr. Pierre, is just to sell their passport and make their dollars. You see Nas jump on the bandwagon now? He and the family? Because that is what it's all about. Mr. Pierre. So don't blame nobody. We did it for ourselves. We too greedy. We log the bone and run behind the shadow. So when you're speaking, make sure you tell them that, Mr. Pierre. You understand? The man work hard. He give everything to Grenada. You understand? Men come from Cuba, Bulgaria, Russia, and elsewhere. And they couldn't practice in Grenada because the Americans say, no. No, because these men don't believe in no God, nothing. And we listen to that and take one man, not just Britain, not any one of them, not Mr. Buffett and all the others. And Dr. Mitchell said, no, they are Grenadians. We can't treat them like that. You understand? And he made sure that these guys and them could practice the law and whatever in Grenada today. But we don't talk about those things. You understand? But he's the worst person for Grenada now. I hear the Prime Minister get on in Parliament. You know? What he know about Keith Mitchell? What he know about Keith Mitchell?
It's a success story. That is,
you understand me? What he know about the revolution? He will be about 10 years or less than that. What he knows about the struggle? Huh?
He read
He know at one time that Unison Whiteman and Maurice Bishop had joint leadership during the NJM time. He knows that. He knows that Maurice Bishop was hiding in Presentation College during the time when Gary and them was looking for him. He knows that.
Read it. When Bishop was talking about clockchism and diletism.
Right? When we take over the country, Mr. Pierre, you can't talk no God talk. No God. If you're the enemy, if you talk about God, you're a bigger counter than a counter itself. And today, Mr. Pierre, everybody running to church now. Oh Lord, and they're lighting candle. Oh Lord. Yes, I think about it, Mr. Pierre. We're too hypocrite. That's all I got to say.
Yes, thank you.
Damn hypocrite.
That was a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bishop used to say clockchism and toiletism. He's talking about workers who waiting for the 4 o'clock to go home and those who go in on toilet regular. But he was a big orator and he liked isms. You know, but we have to be careful. Yes, scholar, welcome.
Hello.
Yes, scholar, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, scholar, welcome.
I listen to your program very regular. And what I'm saying, what the man said today was very true. What I'm saying, you're doing a very good program. But it's like you allow the fella to control you, this guy to control the people with a lot of lies. He start the lies, you know you're lying. You have to tell him, continue claiming, and if he continue the lies, you have to cut him off, because if he continues spreading the lies, and every time that is what he's doing, and he take half an hour of your program, 1 hour your program have. He take half an hour. You cannot be doing that with the other people. People have to call, they cannot get you because this man just there telling you a set of lies and you're listening all the lies. What the man said there before is true. You're spoiling the program, and it's like you succumb to he and NDC. You know, you cannot do this thing. You have to give him 5 minutes, and he continue with lies. Once he continue with the lies, you have to cut him off because he don't listen to you. You're saying, kala, and he's just spreading the lies. You cannot tolerate this kind of behavior in the program, and if you continue, so a lot of people could just stop listening to your program. Yeah, it's like you control your program. You can't have a program and have somebody controlling the program. You is the man in control of the program. You know definitely what the man saying is lie. You let him finish all the lies, and you call him kala, and he don't listen to you. You have to cut him off.
All right, Kala.
Thank
you. We have to be very careful in this country that we don't start to go and attack one another mercilessly. And that is why I register my strongest objection against the Prime Minister of Grenada, Deacon Mitchell. He is the one leading the lies. And I have not heard people crying out against him when he introduced restorative justice. Restorative justice is political vengeance. Yes, caller, welcome.
Yes, Mr. Pierre.
Yeah.
the lady that just called, a part of it, you know the man online. You need to get he up in the first time and you give him a chance, you just give him a chance to express himself. But people wouldn't listen to him because you can't go another station and do them kind of thing like their station in town. You can't even say that. And you give him a chance to express himself the first time, and you know he's lying. And he can make more lies. So according to the people, you're spreading propaganda for them because that's what he's doing. He's trying to spread propaganda on your station. You understand? And making your figure thing. And you're giving him the chance because you like to hear him make propaganda and lie, about the party. But when he do that, on your station, people say, well, you're accepting the lie and things. So, you give him a chance. I ain't saying not to give him a chance. But the first time he comes, he says, I go, he come back.
Yes,
everybody needs it. I agree to that because you have to give him a chance to hear what he has to say.
All right. Thank you, caller. We have to be very careful as a people, and the government is laying the groundwork for that. The NDC is laying the groundwork for the fracturing of our society, for us not to show tolerance to one another expressions. They are firing people because of politics. They have road programs and they decide not to employ the NNP. And when you speak to some of them, they say, let them starve. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, sorry to come back again.
Yeah, that's
I was listening to the point this morning on GBN, to the point. And Dr. the Right Honorable there. And I was trying to get onto the program. Maybe about 15 minutes, and I just couldn't get on. And the same caller that's been calling all the time when an NNP person is there, talking about the party NNP. And the same three callers, the lady, Mr. Rollo, that's the blind man, and Terry Forrester. The same three people all the time making contribution. So when you want to make a contribution, you cannot make no contribution because the time is up. It is finished. And Dr. Keith Mitchell, take them to that. He call on GBN. It's the same all the time, making contribution. And it is not right. I want to know, right? NDC can NDC people attract any investors? They're unable to attract any new investors to come to the country. Dr. Keith is the only one what is to attract new investors to come into the country for development. NDC cannot do it. They came in there with lies. They walked in there. It's not the first time. 2008. I was there and I saw them. I came from abroad and I came down. And they came there with lies. And someone told me, government, the lies they come in with, the same lies will take them down. And you see, the lies will take them down. So who the cap fit, wear it. And you know who is wearing that cap, the cap of lies. So we have to make sure we support our party. We have to make sure we register, get our children to register, and to make sure, tell our friends, tell our neighbors, elderly, and to make sure we put them back in the place where they come from. Because you can't rule a country, a nation, a beautiful little nation like Grenada, lies and propaganda. Not one thing, even school children singing the song, you lie, you damn lie. It is not right for NDC to doing those things. And you, a young man coming there, and all what he believes in, lies. Where is his program? What is he going to do for Grenada, Carrico and Pity Matnik? In the first place, when he come, he say Pity Matnik, Carrico and Grenada. Mr. Pierre, they just laughable. Have a nice day, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, scholar, and that is, pretty interesting, and we always try to give people an opportunity to express themselves. And we take it, that's the last caller, and caller, you have to punch.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, go right ahead.
Mr. Pierre, I believe that it's a deliberate distraction to spread propaganda on your program. Have a nice day.
Yes, scholar. And I'm aware of the fact that individuals could do these things to derail a program. I'm more concerned when somebody do it how the other callers go after the person rather than using the program to correct what the person says. So if somebody call on the program and they say, well, Kit Mitchell is a wicked man and etc., you would hear me say on the program that Kit Mitchell won election on 3 occasions, winning all the seats and asking why. What we need to do when somebody makes statements we don't agree with, we counteract it with the truth. That's what we need to do. The social media is wide open. And a lot of them on the program. And they tell lies. The prime minister of the country is openly lying. I don't hear a number of people saying the prime minister is telling lies. They are dramatizing the lie. Brother Lennox Anjo dramatized lies about the unemployment drop. And individuals take it from him. They believe if the prime minister said, and nobody taking issue with the prime minister, what the prime minister say is true. So tell the prime minister he lie. Take Mr. Lennox Anjo that he lie. So they know that you are challenging them on social media too. That's what you need to do. Rather than prevent the poor soul. And tomorrow is All Saints Day. Catholics are expected to go to Mass. It's a day of obligation. The Bible says a good and wholesome thing to pray for the dead. And you could use that opportunity to pray for your dead ones. So it's a good thing. Tomorrow people go in some churches, in some cemeteries, you'll have Mass at 5 o'clock in the evening. And from that, you go and put candles on grave. So it's a good day. The Bible tells you it's a good and wholesome thing to pray for the dead. So you can use tomorrow. It's a good thing to bring your children in the cemetery too. Sometimes it saddens my heart when you ask somebody what is the name of their grandmother and they don't know. And sometimes the grandmother is alive. And some people very intelligent, They have all a certificate, but they don't even know the name of their grandparents. Go in the cemetery. Bring your children in the cemetery. Show them the graves of those who have gone before and talk about it. That might be a good issue. Talk about it. You might develop some compassion in the males and females. They don't know how hard your people work. They don't know how much trials your people have. Sometimes when you wrong the cemetery, you come back and they ask you about this relative and that relative. We want to do away with all customs and tradition to our own detriment. There are some religions that do not, they say when you're dead, you're done. They don't bother about it. But God, the religion will tell you that God is a God of the living and the dead. And if you want some biblical reinforcement, you could go to the book of Ephesians, Luke, Daniel, the Psalms, read the chapter. It makes no sense giving you a paragraph. Read the chapters and you will see in the book of Daniel, in the Psalm 149, in Ephesians chapter 1, verse 11 to 23, Luke chapter 6, 20 to 31. Read those things and you might be better, more knowledgeable about, you'll be more knowledgeable about why people celebrate, why we honor, why we show reverence for those who have gone before. Thank you very much.